But beyond that, you don't really see somebody, Lee, that has the momentum going right now. I mean, Byron has been, for the most part, consistent. He had kind of a slump part of the summer, but they seem to have gotten things turned back around. Truex has just been consistent pretty much all year long. But beyond that, I mean, outside of, Buescher's been hot lately, but is there anybody else out there you look at and say, boy, they could really put together a great 10 race string here? But hey, remember last year, Christopher Bell had 2 walk-offs.
I think Denny's strong anywhere. Larson's a guy that I can't count him out until he's out. And it's such a this playoff grid has such a different vibe than other playoff grids in the past because, Hendrick would usually have 4 cars in there. Penske would have 3 cars in there. You're looking at Joe Gibbs, 4 cars in there, right? So it's a little different dynamic than what we've seen in the past. But I still think, Buescher would be my only spoiler to break through in the group that's already there. But, Joey Logano, when he was on the morning drive doing his little bit that he does every week, he just wants to have a shot. He said if he gets through to the round of 8, then, he feels like they're good to go if their cars are still good. And, when you've won 2 championships, Kyle Busch, we're not talking about Kyle Busch, right? Kyle Busch is another one, could get hot, is good anywhere. Hopefully their cars, can keep up with those top 4 guys. And if they can, then, he's going to be a threat too.
Yeah, I mean, I think you look at the grid to start the playoffs. And, I view the grid sort of like an inventory system, LIFO, last in, first out. And if you look at the guys that are below the cut line for the round of 12, Bubba Wallace, 0 playoff points he starts with. Ricky Stenhouse Jr., he's in 14th. He earned 5 playoff points in the first race of the season, none since. So, and Harvick got 1 playoff point for a stage win and 3 for finishing in the top 10 in the regular season, but he starts with 4. I mean, these guys have a long way to go. They either have to win a race, which they haven't done during the season in the case of, in the case of Harvick and Bubba Wallace, or they have to be perfect in terms of execution throughout the first round of the playoffs in order to advance because everyone else has such a big advantage over them.
I think the one thing to William Byron's advantage right now is his 3 wins that he got early in the season are 3 races in the playoffs, starting with Darlington,
right,
Las Vegas, and then the season finale at Phoenix. If they can just pick up a little bit where they left off, they could be unstoppable.